Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here right now at London, Ontario, from Peterborough to Toronto to London to meet a fellow Filipina who just came to school here in London at Fanshawe College. And just a disclaimer, we both have been tested. I work in a nursing home, so obviously I get tested weekly, and she just finished quarantining, so we're maintaining the social distancing while doing this video. But I would want to introduce to you guys this girl who successfully gained her student visa here in Canada, and now I'm in London, Ontario, coming to welcome her to Canada. So here we go. There she is! Hello everyone, Chen on YouTube. At Fanshawe College, welcome to Canada. So today we're gonna roam around London. She's gonna show me downtown. We're gonna get some food, and then we're gonna ask her a few questions of how she got her visa, what steps did she take to get here, and we're just having our lunch, and at this point we're just gonna ask Chen a few questions about her student visa. Wait, I want her to introduce herself to you guys first. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Cara Chan, and studying public relations here in Fanshawe College at London, Ontario, and yeah.
And you're from?
I'm from Cebu, Philippines.
So, Ate Chen, I call her Ate Chen because we've known each other since way back in Cebu. But what agency did you use to get your student visa?
I applied to Wise Immigration. It's located in Iscario, Cebu City, and yeah, they are good. I don't know. Sawa na kapag storya. Cut.
So, Ate Chan arrived in Canada
It was
January 5th. So, Ate Chan, what steps did you have to do, or what things did you have to do to prepare yourself coming to Canada? Like, what did you do in the Philippines that you needed to prepare when you come to Canada?
Okay. First, I booked for my free transportation in Fanshawe, and the next one is for my accommodation for the 14 days quarantine. But luckily,
Transportation.
You have to find an accommodation for your 14 days quarantine, and luckily for me, my accommodation is quarantine.
Okay, so now we're gonna ask Ate Chen what are some of the stuff that she did to prepare herself coming to Canada, like her housing, her transportation. For sure that she would need to prepare those things before she comes to Canada, so that when the immigration officer asks her, she has an address already, she has somebody picking her up. So, Ate Chen, what are the steps that you did? Oh my god, we keep laughing, guys. What are the steps that you did to prepare yourself coming to Canada?
Okay, I did three steps, major steps. Okay, yeah. So first one is I did book free transportation from my school, which is the Fanshawe College, and after that they confirmed the booking, and I I have to find an accommodation for my 14-day quarantine here in London. And the third one is for I made a quarantine plan for my quarantine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those three things are very important, especially now because there's quarantine. You need a quarantine plan. Where you're gonna stay when you quarantine. Obviously, you can't stay at the house where you're gonna stay. So those are very important things for those who are coming in May 2021 or September 2021. We don't know when the pandemic is gonna be over. So the quarantine plan is very important. Thank you, Ati Chan.
You're welcome. also, I want to say that you have to prepare for 2,000 CAD because the Canadian immigration right now are requiring the newcomers to have 3 days accommodation from their preferred hotel and
So you need to prepare 2,000 Canadian dollars.
yeah.
Okay, there you go, guys. Those who are coming soon, keep that in mind. And so, Ate Chen, once you arrived to Canada on January 5th, you already had a place to stay, right?
Yeah.
And what were the things that you did first to get settled in Canada? What are the most important things that you need to do once you settle in Canada? Obviously, you have to go and check out your school and like see what the school is doing because you're going to school here. But there are important documents that you need to obtain when you get to Canada as an international student.
Yeah, exactly. I did went to school just to get my bus pass and my ID. After that, I went to the bank at Scotiabank to open a bank account here. And at the same time, I ordered a SIM card from Rogers to have my Canadian number. And for the SIN, I still don't have yet.
Wag tularan.
Because yeah, I don't know why.
It's getting harder for us to get the SIN number because when I was first coming to Canada, it was easy for me because school was still open and the school will actually help you get that. You just have to go to a certain department to get that. But for them, it's kind of hard because you can't really physically be anywhere and you have to do everything online. So there's no one really explaining to her what documents she needs in order to get her SIN, which is difficult, but nothing is impossible. What Ati Chen just needs to do is get her proof of address. And then she can get her SIN, okay? It's not that difficult, you guys. For all the viewers out there, it's not difficult. Sometimes pandemic makes us lazy. I'm lazy. I haven't done my tax refund yet. But yeah, those are very important things to get once you get to Canada is your phone number. Ati Chen mentioned she's in Rogers. I'm with Bell, but you can also have Freedom. Freedom is less popular because when you go to other provinces, you won't have signal. With Bell and Rogers, you can have signal. That's just the difference. But in terms of rates, it's pretty much similar. And then Ati Chen also opened her bank account with Scotiabank. So choose your bank. The best ones for student is probably Scotiabank and CIBC. And then get your SIN number. It's very important. So Ati Chen, you should get your SIN number. Because the SIN number, it's like the basis of what you're gonna get in life. So Ati Chen.
Very well said.
So Ati Chen right now is staying at a house in a room. How much in estimate do you pay for rent?
Okay. It's around 650 650 CAD, and if I do the cleaning, the weekly cleaning, so it will be reduced to 500.
What?
Yeah, it's so nice.
It has that condition that if you do your own cleaning, you only pay 500.
Yeah.
So there's cleaning for like 150, I guess. Like they clean it themselves, but you have to pay 150 more every month. Does that include hydro and electricity?
Yes, it includes hydro, electricity, and Wi-Fi, laundry. So it's all good for 650, and it will be reduced if you will be cleaning your own mess. Yeah, you do the because in our house we have the weekly assignments for the cleaning.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Like chores, weekly chores?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like less than what I pay, and I'm just in the residence of the school because we have to pay for laundry and we have to clean it ourselves. So I'm kind of jealous because I would like to clean my own room
How much
for less. $5.90. But we have to pay for laundry. And the laundry there is not good. It makes my clothes fluffy. But that's a good plan. Like, honestly, suggestions to who those of you who don't have a school yet, pick a school that's outside of Toronto. Like Fanshawe or Canadore or Fleming. Because those in Toronto are gonna be so much more expensive. Even if it's just a little room with no laundry, no hydro yet. Those outside, it's not even a big deal because Toronto you can just travel to. Honestly, for me, I would not like to live in Toronto. I probably want to visit there. I probably want to live close enough to visit Toronto, but I would not want to be living there because it's so expensive and it's not very idealistic. But in places like London and Peterborough, everything is just like the city, but it's just more calmer and less chaotic. Okay? Okay. So Ate Chan, you've been here for over a month now. How do you like Canada?
I like it. Like so much because I feel so independent. I get along with challenges, but yeah, I can manage.
Actually,
the weather is so nice. I love the snow. It's just so very cold, but yeah, it's manageable.
So me and Ate Chan actually have, like, everybody comes to Canada to study for different reasons.
Yeah.
Maybe you just really want to study in Canada. Maybe you don't, that course is not in your country and you want to study it in Canada. But the reasons are, for me and Ate Chan, is independence.
Yeah. Exactly.
You want to be independent because in our country, the Philippines, the parents are always looking after you. They want to provide for you. Like, you can't really do anything because they're doing everything for you. And people that are independent, like want to be independent at least, would want a way out. Not a way out, but like to embrace their independentness.
Yes.
That's what me and Ate Chan are both only child. So we came to Canada to experience what we can do for ourselves on our own without the help of our parents. And I know that's kind of like contradicting because the parents are paying for the tuition and everything, but that's just a start to get here. Because I tell you guys, I'm working here already, and this is the advice I want to give to Ate Chan. When you start working, it's very impossible for you to ask your parents for any more money because
you start working.
You wouldn't even know how much, because Filipinos are very hardworking, and we just keep working and working, and then we don't really realize how much we're getting paid anymore. You just look at your bank and like, oh shit, I can actually pay for my whole tuition. It's a true story because in the Philippines, when I worked in the Philippines, at least me, I never really like, I never could imagine myself paying for everything for myself with the money I was making in the Philippines, because I knew it wasn't going to be enough, you know. So I still asked my parents for some help. But now that I'm in Canada, I'm so happy that I don't have to ask my mom for anything to pay my bills. Like, it's really a very nice feeling that you can pay you can pay for yourself. So
Yeah. I salute her. She's working at the same time studying. It's a very, very, I don't know.
in the Philippines, it's impossible. That's definitely what I think, because not a lot of students in the Philippines are working students, and I salute the working students in the Philippines because it's not easy.
Yeah.
We're doing good. Thank you. Diba ate, do you have any classmates that are working students back home in the Philippines?
Yeah, I have.
I salute them because it's so hard to be a working student in the Philippines. Because one, you don't really make enough to actually pay for your needs and necessities, but you still do it anyway. And the workload in the schools in the Philippines is so time consuming. They give you a lot of workload. A lot. But in Canada, you're not allowed to work part-time if you're an international student.
In Philippines,
Always have to be, yeah.
I was also a working student. While working at the same time, I studied master's degree. So yeah, it was really difficult for me because I managed to pay for my tuition. I had to work also in order to pay for my rent.
So Ate Chen was already doing this in the Philippines. But was it like, Ate, was it worthwhile to be doing that? Like, did you save, or like
No.
everything just went to your
I did not save. Like, I don't have savings. I don't have enough savings. I have savings, but it's not really enough for example, like it's not. So yeah, I have savings, but it's not enough, and because all of my salary went to the schools, funds, and my rentals, my allowance, my food. But yeah, good thing that my parents were very supportive, so they also gave me allowance. Because my salary is not really enough for me to study at the same time. Because you know the salary in Philippines is just good for one single, like a single person eating, for the accommodation, that's it, and some of that laglag galagala. But if you are a working student, you have to divide your money from your school fees, and
So when you were
it's challenging.
so when you were a working student, Ate, were you part-time or full-time student?
I'm a part-time student, so I had classes on weekends, and I am a full-time working employee. What's that?
Yeah. So in the Philippines, you barely make enough because you're a part-time. You barely make enough even though you're a part-time student and working more hours than you are in school. But in Canada, you have to be a full-time student and then work part-time, but you still make more money than you would ever
Exactly.
in the Philippines. Honestly, you guys. And then in the summer, you can work 40 hours, you can work full-time. You're gonna save a lot if you just don't shopping a lot like I do.
Drink, are you okay?
I'm okay. Like,
Okay.
she hasn't gotten any, so I'm like.
My shift is ending soon. Do you mind if I bill you guys out, or do you want to bill
Do you want anything else, Ate?
Wala na. Okay.
Good. Yeah, that's
We're
fine.
doing two separate bills, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Guys, subscribe to my YouTube
Oh yeah, Ate Chan has her own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's so like
It's-
cinematic.
It's all kabuang. Full of craziness, so
But it's like really
Subscribe.
pretty because she makes pretty videos. So subscribe. I'm gonna link it down below. And we're gonna do another one when we go to the park.
Alright, ladies.
Thank you.
Do you want me to put the bills together?
Yeah. Please.
Ate Chen!
Please, can you boy ako para umakitaan ko, diba?
Makitaan ko. This is so Filipino, fighting for who's gonna pay the bill.
Mangita.
Very stubborn Filipina girl.
That's the norm though.
This is what
Yeah.
this is what Filipinos do, fight over the bill.
Cash lang.
Excuse me. She pressed the no tip one, but she wants to tip. Can she give you cash?
Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That's okay.
We don't have that in the Philippines. It's just like
No problem. You take the card there too.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much.
You're
I really
welcome.
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Thank you. Diba? Appreciate ka na.
So me and Ate Chen we just finished eating, barely. We're gonna go to the park and continue the vlog, and I'm gonna do a little video for her. Welcome to Canada.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll see you guys when we finish eating.
Bye.
I'm a little tipsy. Okay, bye you guys.
Bye.
London, Ontario. London, Ontario looks like Montreal, Quebec. We're gonna go to Quebec. I mean Montreal. Montreal is pretty. So we're gonna go to the park and do a photo shoot. And you guys are gonna see it when we post it on Instagram. Yes. Follow us on Instagram.